Alright, it is time for day 7 of the Torgue mod. So today we will just be clearing out some more DLC for the most part. Kinda just need to do Pirate DLC and then Hammerlock DLC. Of course, Lilith DLC is there, and if we do have time for it today, we will try to get to it. But probably just these two, and then we are getting close to Digipeak, which I will be interested in doing a couple peak skips as Torgue, just to kind of see how easy they are. They should be incredibly easy, so we'll see how that goes when we get there. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and just start by opening up Pirate DLC. God, it feels weird to be level 71 doing DLC. Just one of the side effects of using BL2 Fix, and also trying to farm XP early so that we could use our Gen 2 comms. Either way, it's nice, of course, but it is just a little bit weird to be this high level this early. Alright, so funny Washburn map. We do have the quest to collect Polycriton. Of course, we could go through and clear the map like we are properly supposed to, but I'm playing one of the most OP rocket jumping characters right now, so why would I not just, like, you know, skip a little bit of the wave fighting, grab item, skip a little more of the wave fighting, grab next item. Just kind of do that realistically. And then there's one more in a little pocket that should be pretty easy to grab. Okay, so jumped out of bounds for the other ones. Now we'll just kind of just jump up here real quick and grab this one. Oh yeah, also we do have to kill Hurley. He is a part of the quest. I do forget about that sometimes. But we can just go up here. There is a little bit of an invisible wall there. You just jump over that and kill some dudes real quick. No problem. Alright, Hurley is getting absolutely rocked. Okay. Cool. Alright, we got a Sandhawk. I gotta be honest, we're not gonna use it. It would feel very wrong to try to B-Hawk on this character. Because if we need to B-Hawk, then what's the point of playing Mr. Torgue, realistically? This is going to be a hard sell. But we do have Mr. Bubbles and Lil Sis right here. Oh, we've got a little Eevee. Honestly, this could be hilarious on this character, because more kills means more cooldown, and more cooldown means I can nuke people harder. So holding this could actually be a funny move for a little while, whenever I'm not just rocket jumping everywhere. That could be cool. This is a really stupid idea. Hold on. There we go. Sweet. Elevators aren't real. Things this character can do. Can jump from the bottom of Sorcerer's Tower to the top, can jump from bottom of Lighthouse to top, and can do the entire death race without a car. Very good. I'm gonna have to redo like all of that now. That's very depressing. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. So I do want to try to take advantage of the little Eevee here a little bit to try to get some forced cooldown. Of course, it doesn't work while your action skill timer is actually active and running. But after it's done, you could possibly switch to this to go ahead and try that out. And it might work. Considering the fact that you do still have a couple other binds you can go ahead and try to use for some damage. Might not be a bad idea. Might have knocked one of the lieutenants off the map on accident. Or I might have instantly killed him, and that might not count towards the objective. I think we might have accidentally one-shot one of the lieutenants. I don't think it counted towards the objective either, so I might have to save quit here. I'm going to try to trigger this fast travel so that we spawn up here, hopefully. But yeah, might have to re-kill him. Well, he is going. There we go. He's dead now. Roscoe. Honestly, if there were ever a guy to punch, this would probably be that guy. Unless he just dies outright. Never mind. I'm gonna try it. I can't. How about here? Aha, I can jump here. Well, I mean, it's a little bit too late. He's a little far away for right now. But we'll try it. Eventually. So the melee strat might not be a good idea. He's a little too far out. And then blowing him up, I think he's too far away. Let's try putting it near the very edge here, and then we'll throw one down bottom, just like out near him. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so we will have to sort of just slowly chip away at the boss. It'd be a good thing if I had a higher damage weapon, but this Hulk will do, I guess. There we go. We are free. So, we'll go ahead and check out the chest room and then look at Hyperius. Alright, so we do have BL2 fix on, so we will have to look out for any of our class mods and stuff. That has 48% cooldown at level 71. That's really nice. You love to see that. Not really anything too exciting or too eye-grabbing right now. Another legendary Slayer is kind of cool. Could hold on to that if it has better stats than our blue one. That's probably about it. I'll go check bottom chest. And nothing down bottom. Okay. Okay, so Hyperius we are going to treat with the absolute most respect, and by that I mean just kind of like start pressing buttons at him. Just press every button towards him. Just kind of do that, do that. Okay, and watch out for that Nova. I've knocked him out. Get pranked. Right, I'm still very much vulnerable. I forgot. That's on me. It's very hard to remember that mobs can actually kill you, when you can literally just kind of like do this stuff around them. Also, I guess another thing I didn't really think about is the fact that this character does have bore. So if you really wanted to, you could try to go ahead and bore Hyperius for some reason. Would be an option. Alright. Hyperius is deceased. Now, we are using BL2 fix. So there are very good odds that we did just get a Norfleet or something like that. I will leave it on the ground though, because that's not... we don't even need a Norfleet on this character, I'm going to be honest with you. So just go without it. Pretend it isn't here. We do also have a Hail. Might be cost effective to use? Maybe. Maybe a little bit. Okay, and I did just pick up an evolution, so I do have to check what our health pool will be like here. And then I will go ahead and pop our Super Saiyan ability. Very nice. Very, very reasonable amount of health at this level, of course. Nothing too crazy. Just whatever you'd need. to be able to play the game. Right, and with that done, we are done with Pirate DLC. We could fight Master G, but we both know I'm just going to gate crush it, or it would just be a slow punch him to death fight anyway, so not going to do that, of course. Just going to move on to this DLC. Probably skip Dexy in this DLC as well, simply for the fact that a Dexy fight is also just a slog. But we will definitely try Vora, because of course we're going to try Vora. This mod is super duper fun. Visually, it's very reminiscent of Borderlands 3 though, in the way that you can't like really see anything after a while. But if you know what your effects are supposed to be doing and stuff, it is kind of fun. Snap, this DLC is going to take less time than Pirate DLC, which is kind of fair because this DLC is actually secretly really short. It's only a couple required mobbing sections and then just kind of walking around a map. So the faster you walk around the map, it's just going to get exponentially shorter as a DLC. Right. They ragdoll. And if they ragdoll, they fly around randomly. So if I just ragdoll these guys, or just throw him to the other half of the map, then they might just flip away like that. That poor guy's still alive. Surely that won't like keep us locked in. We have to save quit, right? So Jackenstein is gonna go one of two ways. Either one, we're gonna be able to blow up his crit spots with our explosives, or okay, there's a third option. We just can't fit, and so we can't actually go play the game. Second option was that this just either does or doesn't work, basically. Okay, well, just kind of like do that. That's a little bit of an oversight, though. Alright, let's see how this goes. Can we blow up the power cells just by doing this? It would certainly appear so. We are definitely doing damage. Oh, there's one. Tiny is kind of blocking him, though. Okay. The game didn't crash, but ow, goodness, my ears. Let me open up my task manager and see what's going on here. Okay, so whatever this is surely what has caused the crash in the past. This is terrifying. It's not actually too hard on my computer, it's just hard on the video game here. So, I'm not afraid of continuing to walk around and investigate what just happened. But it appears that this is no longer a usable fight. So we'll just save quit. Pretend that did not just happen to us. Alright, so I don't know if I've accidentally hard-locked the DLC. We might have. Well, soft lock technically. We could always reset the playthrough to fix this, but like it's just Jackenstein by himself. There is a way with BL2 Fix to be able to fight raid bosses early, I think. I'm pretty sure that's a function. So we'll see if I can do that. And then we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll just go fight Vora. You can assume that he probably would have died. We've got a nice Vora fight ahead of us. Of course, the campaign is still in progress, but we can't really do anything about that. And BL2 Fix is benevolent in the fact that they have a toggle to let you fight raid bosses at the start of a DLC if you wanted to. As long as you can grab the quest from the original quest giver, you can go fight them already. So we'll just immediately roll into this fight here. I'd have to imagine it's going to be like a lot of the other boss fights where it's just actually not an issue. It could be an issue though because it is Vora still, and he is very aggressive. Especially if we kill the chief and then he gets aggro. It should be okay though, probably. I guess I could just pop the funny Super Saiyan and then just start swinging at him. And just hope that we do happen to roll the instant kill punch. Or we could just keep cycling the fight until we get it either way. Oh, that was close. Okay, so that is definitely our oh god please don't kill me skill. Yeah, that little healing aid at the beginning of the game, not much. Now, literally our entire health bar worth of save. I'm dead. Yeah. Okay, well, still, we have the general idea of the fight down, now we just need to complete it. It might be a good idea to try to get the jump on Vora and just try to go ahead and roll that insta-kill punch early before he's enraged and start spamming out those Novas. So that might be what I go ahead and try to do. Especially if I can keep him just permanently knocked out the entire fight. So spam punching him might not be a bad move. Okay, Vora is still alive, but he did get hit with the one-hit punch. He does have a weird health gate mechanic where he can't be one-shot. So that means that we do actually have to roll 2 punches. Which is okay, we can manage. Yeah, Vora cannot be one-shot. Vora can be 2-shot though. There we go. Alright, cool. So, there we go. Vora is deceased. Just punch him. A lot. And frequently. And then eventually he'll just go away. No real upgrades for us, unfortunately. There is a Slayer comm here, which like, woo, Slayer comm. But that's about it. There is a Lead Storm, but I'm not really going to use a B shield or anything, so I don't really need to do that. And we still have a lot of time. So I might go ahead and try to give Lilith DLC a go. It might go well. Now this is a DLC we might actually have trouble with, because this is one of the only DLCs where enemies can get higher gun and shield rarities. So they might actually kind of like contest us a little bit here. Probably a lot of it. I would love if there was a skill in this game that worked a little bit like Diablo 2's Crushing Blow, or like Static or something like that, where basically it does 33% of an enemy's remaining health. That could be cool, because that would slowly become less effective as the enemy health bar got smaller, but it would still provide a good amount of benefit towards the beginning of a fight. And of course, even in Diablo, there are restrictions to that, so that it's not insane. Like, per difficulty increase, it becomes less, it can't hurt them past a certain threshold of their health. But stuff like that would be neat. I do wonder if BL2 did have knockback that was somewhere between this and vanilla. So, like, stronger knockback than it does have. How much would speedrunning have changed? Would there be such an emphasis on double shot and stuff? Would people have even learned those skills as early as we did? Stuff like that, pretty much. I mean, probably, obviously, we would still use double shot because, well, this air maintenance is quite strong. But it would be really interesting to see. Alright. So we are level 73, and I did just put a point into this skill down here. Now, basically, the way that this skill works is every time that we tag an enemy with a melee, or hit them with our healing grenade, they are tagged. And if that enemy dies to an explosion, they will drop an armor pack. Picking that up gives us 5 stacks of this skill at a max of 50 stacks that provide 2% damage reduction per stack, so up to 100% at max stacks. But if we get hit, it takes away a stack. So you get some damage resistance in the middle of play, but you'll never truly be at max stacks. I probably won't even notice that we have the skill on realistically, but it's a single point, and there's a chance that we could become super duper tanky sometimes. So why not have it, basically? And then I will probably spec out this skill right here for the repair drone, and then we might be able to grab Boar or some other skills down here. Probably not this one, because why would I get 10% more damage for 3 times ammo cost? But like, maybe this one. So yeah, we'll probably do that. Alright, so we've already got some armor plating here. Might not be too hard to keep stacks of this stuff, not gonna lie. Kinda just depends. Wait, do enemies just drop it upon getting hit by the healing nade? They just drop it. Okay, so I read that wrong. So any enemies hit by the healing nade instantly drop armor packs as well. That provides 5 stacks. So if we throw it into a pack of mobs, we can stack up a ton of resistance really fast. Okay, that's a little more interesting than I thought it was. Huh. Also, it does use death mark symbol here, which I'm kind of okay with that. That's reasonable to me. And yeah, okay, so knowing now that we can stack it up by throwing our grenade at people, we'll probably become really, really tanky really fast in any mob dense areas. So this should just become really strong. Yeah, you know, I don't really feel like we do need to move any further down left tree here. We are kind of sitting fine. So I think for the sake of OCD and also convenience, we might just flesh out a couple of the skills that are not quite done. We do have 7 more skill points. I know I would like to max out this skill to get the most damage out of it with the Aeroid Shield and OP10 as I can. And then maybe this one for the extra melee damage per stack and stuff like that, because that melee damage can stack pretty high, pretty fast. And then, I don't know, just finish out whatever's left. You know, this isn't how I expected this to be completed, but I have wanted a more ability-heavy character in this game. So the fact that Torgue is the ability-heavy character is kind of fun. If not for the fact that it's kind of a bit silly, that it's literally just Torgue, and it's just everything is exploding and that's how it's done. But I'm here for it. It's kind of nice. Has that been supposed to have played the entire time? Yes, that is supposed to play every time you hit the max speed on a melee. Okay, that's kind of cool. So that's kind of an auditory way to tell whether or not you're actually playing the character well. Neat. That is actually very satisfying. I did not know you were supposed to be able to hit melees like that and get rewarded with the noise. That's fun. That's really fun. I wonder if you can hit Atarax's weak spot just by kind of blowing it up. I kind of doubt it, but I'm trying to think about how we're actually going to fight Atarax, considering I don't think most of my abilities are going to be able to hit him. I could, of course, get a conference call and do, like, normal human behaviors to him, but I don't think that's nearly as fun, considering the character we're supposed to be playing here. But I guess if it doesn't work, you could always just hide behind conference and a, like, conference call and a V-shield. Cassius. Can't believe I missed. I mean, I can believe it, but it's just unfortunate. Actually, you know, I guess, come to think of it, we could just treat him the same way we treated Vora, and we could just, you know, punch him a lot until he died instantly. I've truly planted him into the wall. But I guess we're free to just kind of bully him now. we go. Feels good. Onwards to Hector. Hopefully this is not a problem fight. Now, I can't really punch him, so melee is not really an option here. I can get really close, but it won't ever permit me the ability to do so. So we'll just kind of have to see what we can come up with, unfortunately. And it might just be ability spam. So I can literally land on top of him and punch him, and it doesn't do damage. So I think genuinely the ability to melee him is actually 0 in this fight, even if I were to stand on top of him. So we might just have to deal with it. Feels weird. Just hanging out, waiting to be able to press my buttons at him. Not able to go in for the melees. I do wonder why they specifically made him so unfriendly to melee characters. Because there's only 2 legitimately normal builds that people would run to melee a boss like this, and it would just be like Krieg or 0. I mean, of course, maybe something else, but usually just those 2 for the most part. And there we go. That could have gone better, could have gone worse, I'll be honest. Kind of just how it is. If I could melee him, I'm sure it'd be a much more enjoyable fight, at least for myself. But that's a problem with vanilla. That's just how the BL2 video game really is. So, yeah, feels good. Go ahead and grab this. And finish up the quest to go do Atarax. There we go. Alright, so raid boss is down. You can punch it. Apparently. Peak opener, easy mode, and the hard carry. But we don't need the extra fight for your life or max health. But that is cool. We could honestly use peak opener during Digipeak. I feel like it's going to consume so much ammo though, right? Oh. Yeah, that's a little hungry. A nice 16 ammo per shot. So like we could try to use this. Honestly, I don't have a bottom slot weapon I necessarily prefer. And then if I'm not really rocket jumping around too much, we could also use it for that. But also, now that I think about it, we're not level 80 yet. So this set exists, and we have the entire set. But it's going to be 6 levels under by the time we even get into peak. So, it's a cool idea. And we might come back to it whenever we do OP 10 testing of gear. But probably not until then. And there we go. So that is 3 DLCs and 3 raid bosses down in one day. A moderate amount of crashing, I will admit. But that is fair though. It is a new mod that's in an open beta where they didn't try to, you know, like say, oh, it's polished and fine and nothing will break. None of that was ever said. So the fact that it can break is like not a surprise. It's just how it is. So that'll do it for today. Tomorrow we will bang out 6 levels and then we will start working on Digipeak. So yeah, seems good. Day 7.